Hey guys, ATSU here, and we have got another episode of Genshin Monday. Genshin Monday is where I do a bunch of miscellaneous stuff like taking on the weekly bosses, as well as maybe challenging a few domains while I cover numerous topics that I just randomly want to talk about. Today, I want to talk about Dainsleif and more lore. I'm not going to go into any spoilers, but I did just finish the Archon quest, and it was very entertaining and engaging. It's the kind of stuff I do love from Genshin Impact when it comes to questing. As you guys know, I'm very infamous and notorious for not really liking the quests in the game other than the Archon quest, and I'll touch on that. Then we have Ayato and the potential rumors of power creep. Again, we're not going to talk about leaks, at least not going into too much depth. We will talk very lightly on that. And then we have the Genshin 101 dictionary, which I want to touch on and ask you guys for a little bit of guidance and help on specific terms in Genshin Impact that you guys might not understand and you would like to be elaborated on, whether that is like the national or, for example, snapshotting, or even like Twitch language like KEKW or copium, stuff like that. I need to compile a massive list of stuff that you, the Genshin community, or just the community we have on this channel here, don't really understand, that you see a lot and you would like to know about. And hopefully, if you leave that in the comments as well, there'll be some helpful people from our community that are more than willing to define and explain what those terms mean. I also want to talk about Asianhood. I did just finish watching Turning Red, and we're going to do a domain here very quickly, one for Ayato and one for Shao here. This is the domain, the Echoes of the Offering one, that you will find within the chasm. So let's start this here. But yes, I did just finish watching Turning Red. It is one for the Asian community, and it was one which brought some controversy for people not within the Asian community, because they were like, oh, I can't relate to this because it's all about Asian culture, and or rather Asian culture if you're in the West. And like, I thought it was great. I do want to touch on that a little bit, being Asian in the West and being Asian in this space as well. And then I also wanted to touch about it's okay not to be okay, because we did a stream recently, and this is not the K-drama, by the way. I know that's the name of a K-drama, but just the saying of it's okay not to be okay. I kind of wanted to give a little bit of life experience towards the end of where we're going with. So, as you saw there, that was the team I used to farm this domain. It's very quick. It takes me less than 30 seconds per run, which is why even when I max refill, I pretty much run out of resin very quickly. I can obviously take it slower by using weaker teams, but there is really not that much enjoyment in doing that. Right, do I want to level this up? Yeah, I'll level that up. I'll level that feather up. That could be potential for Ayato if it rolls crit damage. Typically, when I do Genshin Mondays and I do artifact runs on Genshin Monday, I have had instances where it's good. Now, something else I just remembered is if my lips look particularly red or swollen, it's because they are. I don't know why, but yesterday night was very dry in the night, and my lips are like clapped now. They're actually clapped and they're chapped up, so I had to put some Vaseline on them. And I want you guys to know, young impressionable men out there, there is no shame in having Vaseline on your lips, you know, to soften up your lips, to moisturize them. It's better to have, you know, nice soft lips which are not crustied up, because if they're crusty, that's kind of gross, and two, it hurts as well. All right, just so you guys know, okay, that is a 3.1% roll. All right, I see you, I'm watching you, Ayato. Are you gonna roll off stream, a off stream piece for me here? Okay, well, now all of a sudden I don't want to roll this piece anymore, and I have very high standards for this domain, guys. And the reason why is, one, I already have good Ayato artifacts like the Heart of Depth set, and two, for Shao especially, my Shao has really good artifacts, which are currently the Gladiators and the Viridis and Venera. And like, to replace these, you like, for the new set to be worth having, they have to literally all be god pieces. You look at this set, or look at this piece, for example, really high attack percent, really good crit rate. The Goblet, as you can see, is almost 40 crit value. If you take into account the attack stat here, it's essentially over 40 crit value. Crit value is essentially you add up your crit rate and your crit damage, but for your crit rate, you double your crit rate stat and then you add it to the crit damage. And the reason why you add it is because crit rate, the rolls you get are literally half of what you can for crit damage. 2.7 is the lowest crit rate you can get for a roll. 5.4% is the lowest crit damage you can get, and then 3.9 is the highest for crit rate, and 7.8 is for crit damage, and that's literally just double the number. So you combine them, and then you get your crit value, and anything over 40 crit value is pretty much disgusting. And as you can see here, this is what, 39.6, I think. You add 5.4 here, so 39.6, and then if you include the attack percent, it is essentially a 40 crit value item. And then this one, again, pretty much the same thing, is actually over 40 crit value. It's got energy recharge on it as well. The feather here is not quite 40 crit value, but it has really high attack percent, which is also nice for Xiao. And then, of course, you've got this here, which is also over 40 crit value. Double the crit rate here is at least 20%. Add that to 20. So to get pieces that are better than this, it's going to be a very, very long time, and it's probably not worth it for me to really be farming this domain. Is it this one here? This piece here. Like, this set is good for Xiao, but it's only good for Xiao if you already don't have good pieces of Gladiators or Viridescent Venera or Shimenawas for the two-piece of plus 18% attack. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent here. Let's move on to some of the weekly bosses. Now, I haven't even fully explored the Chasm yet, but I have to say, I really, really, really like it. After going through the Archon quest, I open up so much more of it, especially the underground layers. And I have to say, this area is freaking massive, and it's absolutely phenomenal. It's like it's so gorgeous and so eerie without it being too creepy. Because for me, I'm one of those people that when I played Pokemon back in the day, I did not want to go to like any of the graveyards when all like the creepy music started playing and it was all dark and scary. And I was like, nah, that's not me. That's not me. Right here, I think I am going to... So my Ayato is level 1, guys, okay? Hear me out. All right, I want a level 10 friendship, level 1 Ayato. So, I'm going to drop this for now. I'm going to drop Ayato for now. It's not that I don't like Ayato, because I really do like Ayato. However, I don't have materials for his weapon ready yet. So until I have that, I don't want to use him yet, because I do want to try something with him at level 1 down the line in the future. So do keep that in mind. It's not that I don't like him, because I do like him. However, I want to be, you know, I can't really reveal the secrets, guys. I can't really reveal the secrets. Let's put it that way. We can use this team. This is like probably my strongest team. All of these characters are definitely not C6, guys. Zhongli, Kazuha, Bennett, and Raiden. And they're just, they're just strong characters. But before we go any further, and before I do forget, it is the season, guys. It is that time of the year, again, where I am blessed and lucky enough to tell you guys about Lixi's pins. Lixi's pins have been fully restocked. As you can see, we have some new characters as well, guys. Look how clean that looks. Look how clean my baskets of goods are. Look at that. It's freaking gorgeous. Look at Baekwan there as well. We've got Kaeya, we've got Itto, we've got the Inazuma characters as well. And a whole ton of other characters have just been added to Lixi's stores. This is one of my favorite Genshin Impact merch, fan merch, of course. And yes, you are allowed to sell fan merch. It has been announced by HoYoverse as well, or while they were still MiHoYo, that you are allowed to make fan merch and sell it as well. So if you are interested, you can use code ATSU at lixizuart.com. The link will be in the description and the pinned comment section down below. There is worldwide shipping and free worldwide shipping, I believe over $65 of orders. But if you are looking for any sort of Genshin Impact merch, then that is available to you as well. Obviously, no obligation to buy that stuff as well. If I see you guys at MCM Comic Con in London, which I believe is going to be in May, hit me up. And maybe I might have some free pins to give out, because I do have a bunch of extra stock, which I did want to give out for like a video at MCM Comic Con in London. And eventually, if I'm in the US or even in Asia, I think I'm going to try and start carrying. If I have a bag with me, guys, there's a good possibility I will be carrying around this kind of stuff. So do come along and say hello. And if I ever meet you guys, feel free to ask for a photo. And also, feel free to ask for a cheeky pin. I might not be carrying them, so I do apologize if that's the case. But if I can, I will hopefully try and drop you guys some free stuff as well if I ever get to meet you guys in person. So yes, once again, code ATSU at lixizuart.com. Absolutely gorgeous pins. A bunch of new characters have just dropped. So What do I want to do here? Okay. She's not approaching me. Oh, yeah. Okay, she's approaching me now. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, approach me again. Yes, beautiful. 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 Okay, where are you? Am I hitting you? Okay, okay. Riding on Raiden violence. I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. Get your ass back here. Get your ass back here. Get your ass back here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Can I finish this, please? Can I kill her before it's too late? Come on! Yes! Yes! Okay, nice. Before she got the freaking electro phrase on. Awesome. Wait, can I change my characters now? Ah, cannot configure the party in current state. No. No. Ah, okay. Well, I can't get Friendship EXP on any of these characters. I also am aware that the teapot is down right now, which is really, really, really frustrating because I do want that passive Friendship EXP coming from the teapot for Ayato. Boom, rubbish. Boom, rubbish. And we only got 2 of these. It is what it is. I have not gotten a billet or a dream solvent en masse in a long, long time. But yes. Speaking of Ayato, by the way, guys, as you guys may have heard, now, you know, word goes fast. I don't really want to talk about leaks, but it is suggested that Yelan is like a direct power creep, if not just way stronger than Ayato. That's all I know for sure. I don't really want to go into any specifics, but it seems like Yelan is another Hydro character that is going to do something maybe a little bit similar to Ayato and maybe a little bit similar to Singcho. That's all I'm really going to say. I hope that nobody will talk about it in the comment section and ruin it for people who are waiting for the surprise. But as you guys know, the YouTube comment section is the YouTube comment section. So expecting some sort of civility or some sort of respect, or people who actually listen to the video before jumping ahead and trying to ruin the surprise for other people is a little bit naive. So, but I do hope that people will not really go ahead and like put a ton of leaks in the comment section down below. Right, but that is what I wanted to touch on is, you know, I'm not going to hard farm the new domain for Ayato or Shao. 1, because I have a really high standard of artifacts already, but 2, because of the potential power creep, I've decided, wait, let me change my characters here. Because of the potential power creep, you know, there is another set for me, which is going to be the Heart of Depths, as well as the Cryo set that I still want to continue farming, because I also do want to carry on continuing building Kaeya, who I have at Constellation 5, who I'll eventually get to Constellation 6, and when I do that, I want to make sure that the Kaeya is ready with a very strong artifact set. And this ties into the next point. So obviously with Dainsleif in the new Archon quest, that's not a spoiler because we've seen it all over the trailers. It's literally in the game banner. If you press F5, you can see that Dainsleif is right there. Oh, he's so beautiful. He's so, so beautiful. With Dainsleif, we know it's going to have something to do with Kaeya. And with Kaeya, we know Kaeya is Kaeya, and it's literally in his in-game story. If you go to his profile and then you go to story, then you go to vision, it literally reveals that he's from Kaeya and he's like a spy. And it's like, damn, he's so mysterious. There's so much we don't know. Is there like time traveling involved and whatnot? Who knows? I really want to have my Kaeya built up. It's not the time yet because, you know, my Kaeya is still kind of garbage right now. But we're going to get there. We are going to get there. Who do I want to use here? So we got Ganyu. Do I really want to keep Ayato at level 1 this whole time? Yes, we will. We're going to put Noelle in the party here. And the reason why is because I want Friendship EXP on Noelle. I was originally farming Friendship EXP for Ayato and Noelle. However, you know, there's no real rush to do that. All the characters that I do eventually want to get to Friendship 10 are able to get to Friendship 10. So I think I would just stick with domains for Friendship EXP. For those of you who don't know, if you're for some reason doing something strange like me, there is no EXP gained from domains other than Friendship EXP. Oh my god, there's no way you live through that. Okay, Devalin, get your ass down here. Get your ass down here. None of this nonsense. Get your ass down here. Get your ass down here. Ah, why are you climbing, Kazuha? Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm wasting time! No! No, please, not with Ganyu! Not with Ganyu! No! 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 I'm wondering if I could have broken his shield as he came back up, because look, his shield is almost down. Oh, you can! Oh, you can! Wait, what? Oh, you can instantly re-break his shield. Okay, that's so funny. Well, there you have it. Goodbye, Devalin. Oh, what a great screenshot there. Devalin in the background suffering. I'm so sorry. Ooh. That's a good goblet. We got a Dream Solvent too. Interesting. Okay. Okay, maybe we just got a really good piece here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Put a little love in it. Here we go. Devalin, your death was not in vain, because if this rolls crit rate or attack percent or even elemental mastery, oh, right, what am I gonna sacrifice here? This feather. Oh, this is so... Look at this. Look how painful this is, guys. 3 point... Look at this. It literally dodged a crit. It literally dodged everything that's crit. So sad. Let's not have that again, though. Boom. Now that is what you call copium. And that ties into our next segment, which is talking about Genshin Impact terminology. Genshin 101. Yes, Genshin 101, guys. It's a series that I want to start talking about basic principles or fundamentals in Genshin Impact. I know not everyone's first language is English. I know not everyone is on Twitch. I know not everyone is like a super try-hard player in this game. So there's a lot of terminology that a lot of people probably don't have any idea about in Genshin Impact, and I want to make it easier and more accessible to be part of this community by kind of making a big dictionary or a series of things explaining XYZ, like snapshotting, like national team, like Raiden, Morgana, which is like a League of Legends reference, and all these other things that are available in the game. So if you do have any questions on what means what, please feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. Right, we're going to go with Noelle again. And who did I want here? I will use... You know what? Let's make this intro. We can put Xiao in the team. And then we will use... Let's use Young Bennett. And then we'll switch this like this. Okay, excellent. So, the stuff that I know that I see all the time is people don't know what copium means. People don't know what KEKW means. People don't know what Omega Lol means. All of these terms are originated from Twitch. They don't actually have anything to do with Genshin Impact. They're from twitch.tv, which is the streaming website, and they're just emotes. They're literally emotes that represent a certain emotion. Copium being something like you're literally in denial, as you saw that artifact I just got now is like, you know, if I'm like, oh, this is actually a good artifact, that's copium, because I'm literally in denial at how bad it is. And, you know, it's just something you have to accept. It is what it is. Right, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Then we're going to do this. Please don't dig. Please don't dig. Okay. 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 I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. And I'm going back in. I'm going back in. Oh, look at Xiao in the little corner there. But yes, you've got KEKW, which is also an emote. KEKW is when you're laughing at something. It can be you're laughing at something or you're laughing with someone. KEKW works in that manner. And then we also have KEKL. KEKL is a variation of KEKW. I'll leave like little images of the emotes on the screen as well, so you guys can see what on earth I'm actually talking about. KEKL is more universal because the face which is going like, ah! And it's like, you know, you can use it for when a person is suffering. Not not in the sense like they're actually suffering, but like in a meme way. Like when I get a really bad artifact, I might be like Kek L, because it's funny that I got absolutely destroyed by RNGesus. Now, RNGesus or RNG is another term. RNG stands for random number generator, and is basically talking about the chance of there being just a chance. You know, it's literally just random number chances. Like the gacha is RNG, it's all down to luck. So anything related to luck, you can be like, it's RNG. Like, oh, I didn't get a crit, it's bad RNG. It's like, you know, it's just talking about literally just random number generation. So, boom. I took some damage there, which is fine. Boom. 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 Okay. Boom. Oh, I'm not on the thing. That's fine. 2, 3, 4. Okay, you're dead now. Goodbye. And yeah, so that's RNG. So if there are any other terms, guys, that you would like me to explain, please feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. And hopefully, you know, even faster than my video will be some people who want to explain it to you guys in a much more clear-cut manner than how I'm doing. Oh, the pillar didn't kill him. Headshot! And yeah, so yeah, that's the Genshin 101 dictionary that I wanted to talk about. So what have we talked about already? We have checked off 1, Lixi's pins. Again, lixizooart.com, code ATSU for a discount. We talked about Dainsleif and Kaeya. Talked about Ayato and a little bit of a power creep via Yelan. Genshin 101 dictionary. And then we have the 2 heavier topics left towards the end, which is Asianhood, because I did watch Turning Red, the Pixar movie. And it's okay not to be okay. As we see here, we actually get 3 material drops here, which is really good. I was about to mold because I thought we only got 2 drops again and absolutely nothing from the purples, but not bad at all. Actually, regarding the Dainsleif situation, I just want to emphasize, guys, whenever I say, and whenever other creators say, and I do believe I speak for a lot of creators when I say this, that there's no content in the game, we're not saying there's literally no content in the game. What we're saying is there's no content we want to play, or there's no enjoyable content or good enough content in the game. And by that, we mean challenging content regarding the combat of this game and actually being able to utilize the characters that we roll for, rather than, you know, there is definitely a style of player who just rolls for the characters to collect them and doesn't actually play the game. Like, they don't use combat, like they just explore and they like looking at their characters and they like the story questing and stuff like that. Let's get rid of the doggos here. If you didn't know, the doggos did arrive here and they tie into the lore of Razor and Andreas from that quest way back. But yes, that is a thing. Now, for people like myself who are more sweaty and try hard, we want more challenging content like in the Spiral Abyss. And if we don't get that, we get sad, because it's like, you know, we've built our characters, we've done all of this for our characters, and it doesn't really equate to any sort of experience in the game, because there's just nothing challenging to do. Now, on the flip side, I also really enjoy the Archon quest. As you guys know, anything to do with Dainsleif, I'm happy to hear about. But there's just also a ton of other quests in the game, which a lot of people think that just because there's quests in the game means there's good content, and that's content that everyone should enjoy, which I completely disagree with. You are allowed to enjoy whatever form of content that you want to enjoy. And for me, I think it's no secret that I do not enjoy I don't enjoy side stories. Like, I have no interest in characters that are completely irrelevant to the main plot of the story, or just completely irrelevant, full stop. And I could not care less about these characters and their lives and their story in the game. I feel like it's very strange that a part of the community feels obligated to try and reinforce that a lot of the writing Genshin, when it is copium, aka when it's not actually that good, is good. Like, there's not that amazing storytelling in Genshin. I would say the Archon quest is very interesting. However, without going into heavy spoilers, it is looking similar to it kind of copying Attack on Titan, or taking very heavy inspiration from Attack on Titan. And you will see why once you finish this Archon quest, and it really won't make sense until the end of the Archon quest why I say that. So hopefully that doesn't come across as any major spoilers. And if you are someone like myself who watches a lot of anime and a lot of TV shows, when you have consumed a lot of fictional writing or fictional stories, I would not say Genshin Impact stands very tall and proud necessarily as a top tier story it has a lot of beautiful characters and it has a lot of great characters that I enjoy, but that it does not necessarily equate to being a good story. And I feel like there is definitely that lack of understanding or that disparity between people who are, you know, very, I would say, haven't seen a lot of anime or are still young and haven't consumed a lot of different media, and they're like, wow, Genshin is a masterpiece. But a masterpiece is different for everyone, you know. Everyone has different opinions and standards of what is good and what is bad. And for me, Genshin is like, I would say it's a decent story, but nothing too special. And I just realized I probably don't have artifacts on you. Do I? I do have artifacts on you. Oh, okay. No. Sarah's got her stuff. All right. That works out. Are you going to jump on me? Yes, you are. Okay, boom. Right, here we go. But yeah, it does bother me a little bit that a lot of... And I do think it's especially children in the community that feel like this obligation to defend Genshin to the death just because it's their favorite game. But it's okay to criticize something you love, and it doesn't equate to hating it. I feel like this is something that has to be made very clear, is you are allowed to criticize stuff that you like without hating it, and that's normal because you want it to be better. And, oh, we got 3 drops. That could roll crit damage, but I don't actually use this set, so it doesn't matter. We got a Jade Chunk and a Dream Solver. Okay, today's RNG is looking, beg your pardon, pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Right, who are we going to kill next? So we've done Andreas, we've done Devalin, we've done Azdahar. We have not done Tortellini Man. Normally I always start with Child. Right, moving on to the next topic, which is Asianhood. So I just finished watching Turning Red with my wife and my flatmates, and they nailed it. Again, I don't really want to go into spoilers, but if you are Asian and you're living in the West, or if you're Asian and you're living in the East, regardless, if you are Asian, I do think this is a must-watch movie. I know there was a little bit of drama or a little bit of controversy regarding this movie because, let's just say, a lot of non-Asian people were very unhappy and they were like, why are you making a movie that we can't relate to? And I'm sure you guys know which ethnicity of people I'm talking about. But yes, let's just say there were a lot of Karens who are not very pleased that there was a movie about Asians, and it wasn't even a movie that was in cinemas as well, right? Which is the crazy thing. I can't wait to see 6Gene as well, which is the crazy thing, right? It's not even like that was the case. You know what? We can level this up to 10. And for me, it's like, damn, is it that bad if like Asians get a little bit of representation out here? Is it really that bad? But yeah, it seemed like a lot of people were very, very, very unhappy. You know what? Let's use Gene. I haven't used Gene in a long time. And I have to say, if you are Asian, though, it is a great movie. It's a great watch. It is on the Disney Channel, or the Disney streaming service, I believe it's called. Right? Boom! All right, Gene, let's go. Let's go, Gene. Let's go, Gene. You're one of my few characters that still have a 4-star weapon. Boom. Oh, 31k damage. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I see you. Boom. Nice. Okay. So yeah, I thought it was a great movie. I felt, you know, it definitely represented a lot of Asian culture, the traumatic childhood experience of growing up as an Asian with parents who have extremely high expectations of you as a child, and they want you to be perfect, and you know, they do it for your sake so that your life in the future, what they assume will be easier, but at the same time it's like this unbelievable pressure that a lot of people, especially children like myself back in the day, do not want to deal with because it's just obnoxious. It's just, you know, what's the word? It's very suffocating. And I thought it really nailed that aspect down great. And it had a lot of other Asian memes in there, which I absolutely loved. I don't really want to go into spoilers. I thought it was great, though. And also, the friends in that story, those were some real ones, you know. Finding friends like that, I would say, that will literally ride or die with you. If you have friends like that, cherish them, because they come once in a lifetime, and they are very, 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 very special people if they are ready to literally ride or die with you. And the friends in that story I thought were absolutely amazing. And we get 3 drops again, 1 butt plug and 2 shards of Foul Legacy, which is very, very cool. And yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Obviously, the ending is a little bit unrealistic, because ultimately, let's just say, for most Asian children growing up, they don't really get a family resolution or a happily ever after for, until they've fully grown up and moved away from their parents. And I had this discussion before at how it's a little bit sad that for most people, especially, and this is not just an Asian thing, it's like if you have very strict parents, or you have parents that are very controlling in your life, you can't really chase your dreams. You can't really do what you want to do until you are financially stable and independent, because you are relying on their money. There's not really much you can say or do unless they are those parents that want to support your dreams and help you achieve what you want to do. They're the kinds that are probably going to hold you back until you've moved out and you've gone to university, or you've started your own job and you start renting yourself. And like, not having a solution to that is really, really, really sad, because they have so much power in your life because they have the money. And if you don't have money, you can't survive by yourself, which is like the sad reality for a lot of people. And that's a way that a lot of people's dreams get killed off and it gets crushed. And this is why I want to go into the next point of it's okay not to be okay. And what I mean by that is, for a lot of people, until they hit their mid-20s or even their late 20s or even their early 30s, they have really no grasp of exactly what they want to do. They might even look back and think about their life and they'll be like, that's really not what I wanted to do in my life. And then they'll feel bad about it. But I want to reinforce to you guys that that's okay. It's literally okay to be at any stage in life and feeling that way, because everyone has a path in their life which is different. And for a lot of people, they will not have been able to take the path that they wanted to. And I just want you guys to know that there are so many people. You are not alone in this situation, and it definitely feels very lonely when you're like, oh, I've achieved nothing, or I haven't done anything that I wanted to do in life. And it might feel very isolating in that sense, and it is definitely a very isolating feeling. But I just want you guys to know that there are many people across all age ranges who feel that way. And we had this conversation on my stream the other day, where it was kind of like a therapeutic stream, or like a therapy session stream. Again, I'm not a trained therapist, but it was just like people telling their stories, people sharing their experiences, both positive and negative. And like, there was so much people didn't realize where they are not completely alone and going through this kind of stuff. And like, just knowing that there are other people going through that same or similar pain or suffering gives a form of solace and respite, is that the right word? And a sense of unity. And I want you guys again to know that it is really okay not to be okay, because eventually, as cliche as it is, and the reason why it's cliche is because there is, at the end of the day, it is partially true, that time is like the ultimate healer. And like, the stuff that we talked about was stuff like going through really hard breakups and growing pains, again, like the whole suppressive parents kind of thing. It is genuinely okay not to be okay, because ultimately there are some things that are out of your control. I thought I finished the battle here. There's something that's just out of your control, especially until you can become financially dependent. I was looking at my demographics the other day, and demographics are like the kind of people that watch my channel and the stats and all that kind of stuff. And I saw that my largest demographic, or over 90% of my viewers, are over the age of 18. Now, if you're younger than 18, there's obviously nothing wrong with that. But I think the main demographic I had was around 70% were 18 to 24 years old, and then around 20% was, or maybe 15% was 24 and above. And then there's around 10 to, am I doing this maths right? No. You know what? Let me kill her first. Okay, boom. And let me pull these up. So my demographics were, we have 13 to 17-year-olds are 10%, or 9.2% specifically, of the audience. 18 to 24 years old is 52.7%. 25 to 34 years old is 23.2%. 35 to 44 years old is 8.7%. 45 and above is around 5.6%. And then we have like not disclosed as like 0.8%. And then female to male ratio is around 55% male and 45% female, which I think is a really, really awesome ratio to have, very close to 50-50. And it just goes to show what a diverse community we have as well in terms of age ranges, which I think is awesome. Let me use this up. Transient resing. And also in terms of geographies, we have 20% of my audience are from the US. 13.3% is from the Philippines, Mahal Kita. 6.1% is from Malaysia. 5.7% from India. 5.5% from Indonesia. And that's the top 5. And then if you break it down after that, you've got the UK, Australia, lots of other Southeast Asian countries. You've got a lot of European countries as well. And I would assume most of my US audience are probably Asian as well. However, I know there's a lot of different ethnicities across there. And I think that's really, really awesome that one, Genshin Impact is able to bring that kind of culture together. I'm going to level this up because I don't have good attack percent pieces for gladiators. That is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And yes, across all of these cultures, you guys have seen there has been culture clash even in this community. Everyone has their own issues and everyone deals with things in a different manner. And I just really, 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 really wanted to reiterate that again, it is okay to not be okay. It's okay if you're under the age of 16 and have no idea what you want to do in the future, because when you get to the age of 23, 24, 25, you still probably have no idea what you want to do. And if you're still chasing your dreams, I have the utmost highest respect for you, because I think people who chase their dreams and try and achieve what they want to the best of their abilities are the coolest people that you can find. And that is not cool. That is not cool. And what I mean by that, guys, is, you know, there'll be a lot of people out there in life who will try and put you down and be like, oh, you're not doing a good job, or you'll never make it, or you'll never do that. And, you know, you can listen to those people and you can buckle. But I want you to know that, you know, chasing your dream and doing what you want to do, of course, within reason, and you're being responsible with it and also realistic with it, but not giving up on that just like that because of a few mean words or because someone else put you down or whatever. And you keep going and you get up to keep going and keep chasing that dream and pursuing that dream is infinitely cooler than someone who's just grilling you, who has achieved nothing in their life and is just sitting there on Twitter all day, on TikTok all day, on Instagram all day, literally living off their parents, and they're flaming you. And they're like, oh, you're never going to achieve this. You're never going to do that. You're never going to blah, 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 blah. And they're literally doing nothing. You're way cooler than that person. Someone that's going to put you down for the sake of putting you down, that's not cool. That's not cool. So yes, I do think that, you know, take your time with things. Time is an asset and a commodity that I feel like I personally don't have enough of, and a lot of people don't have enough of. But time is also the great thing, because eventually it does heal your wounds. It helps you grow, and getting up from your mistakes or getting up from your failures to move on, to progress, is infinitely cooler. You're gaining an experience. You're gaining real life EXP, guys, and leveling up. Every time you have a setback, every time you go through a bad experience, at least you've grown as a person. And if you can take that growing and then channel that into something more positive, I think that's really awesome. I think that's a good thing. And this became very philosophical towards the end and kind of a pep talk, but I hope that gave you that little extra push in, you know, trying to help you achieve what you wanted to. This eventually, or rather this all spawned from a conversation on my stream about different degrees and what you do, whether you go into education or you go into work straight away after your secondary school or high school, or whether you go into further education, into university. And we talk about that kind of stuff on Twitch. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, feel free to head on over to www.twitch.tv/AsianGuyStream. I would love to talk about more of that life experience kind of stuff. So yeah, and get to know you guys more in that sense. And yes, I think that is everything. It has been a very, very long Genshin Monday, almost 40 minutes long. Oh my goodness. And while we end off the video, just another shout out to my friend Lixi as well. Lixi is my friend, by the way, guys. This is not just some random artist who hit me up. I'm the one that actually found Lixi, and I literally went into a Twitch chat one day and suspiciously asked her, can you send me a set of your pins for some advertisement? And I know, you know, promotion as payment is like, has really bad stigma on it, and I've learned that the hard way. So yes. But yes, Lixi is a friend of mine, and I think her pins are absolutely freaking gorgeous. They're absolutely... Baeguan looks so good here, by the way. But yes, I do think they're gorgeous, and if you are interested in getting some pins, once again, link in the description down below or in the pin comment section, and remember to use code ATSU for a discount. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.